This is Jared Watson. It's February 6, 1977. I just turned 47 for certain. Here I am at Humboldt General Hospital. It's been 3 days since my heart attack on Saturday night. My heart completely stopped. The paramedics came to my apartment, took me to the hospital. It didn't seem like they would treat me. They wouldn't refibrillate the heart. They just kind of let me linger and languish and said there was nothing wrong with me. And so now I'm back at the hospital, and of course that happened to follow up with my family physician, Dr. Argyle. It's like, and hopefully he can help me because he's always been able to help me in the past with any questions I've had. And I had to dress for the occasion. I'm just wearing what I might wear on Sunday. Of course, I couldn't wear slacks because I'm pregnant and my pants no longer fit me. Never do I ever have to buy new pants, especially when I haven't been using any medications for 6 months. And I feel a lot better off of those doctor's medications as well. Although I am taking Ventolin and an antihistamine, and I have prescribed for me anything that I might need on hand. And in fact, I even brought it with me. My fans will know what it is. What is Rexulti? It costs $1,600. Who's paying for it? The King of England? He doesn't seem very healthy right now. And how is Pope Francis over there in the Vatican? It's like they're paying for we're slaves to them. They own our financial system, our social security system, our Medicare, Medicaid system. It's like they're in complete control of everything. All workers in America are paying for them. The King of England owns most land in the world. And it's like, do you think they need more money? Probably not. They have their bankers and whatnot, and of course we're switching to digital currency. It's cryptocurrency, and now I fear artificial intelligence. I feel that it's real, and I think it's going to be employed in the beast system, and I want nothing to do with any of that. Of course, that suicide pill was administered to me in this very hospital in the emergency room, probably Thursday or Friday, and of course today is the 6th of February. It's like it didn't work until 12 hours later it kicked in. And I got better a day later, but then of course I had the heart attack. Whatever is in that pill is pharmakia, pharmacy, sorcery. It certainly would stop somebody's heart eventually. It was evil. It was against my religion. It was, I don't know what the word, it was illicit. There's so many things into that pill that it certainly wouldn't kill someone if they had the strength to fight. But who has the strength to fight life itself? What is the beast system exactly? This is all a forerunner, and it started with me. If I can get some justice, I'd still be happy, and I need someone to represent me. When doctors are telling me what to do, they can't. The emergency room doctor tried to go around my counselor, Melissa, in Lovelock, Elko, Nevada, Pershing Hospital. It's like I'm already being treated by him. They wouldn't let me leave that room until I took that pill, even though my dad could have taken me home and had me, and he did take me home and watched me take more pills on top of that. I only took 0.5 milligrams of Rexulti, which I'll show you again. I had to take 3 of them, and my dad had to witness me take them. Now, if I already took a pill in the emergency room, why would I have to go home and my dad watch me take it? And then my dad abandons me. He finds out I had to stop using Rexulti because of the suicide pill, which made me deathly ill. I can't even describe it. So now I'm using Bare Aspirin to protect my heart, what's left of it, because they they released me 5 hours after the incident in the emergency room that night. Then in the hospital, I had to walk home after I had everything I had been through. It's like, I obviously don't have my own car. I'm getting worried about who I can talk to and who I can't talk to. Nita McNulty took me to Wells Fargo, not Wells Fargo, but another bank in town, and I don't know, she made me sign a ticket. I didn't sign it, I wrote her name and phone number on it. What was the meaning of that ticket? It's like, is she using me for something? If anyone knows, let me know on my comment section. It's like, is she trying to force custody of my child over to her, or hand it over to who? Is she trying to get paid for doing nothing? So far, I own my own child because I'm both the father and the mother. But now I think that maybe this kind of a situation isn't like a biological child in spiritually wise. It's like, indeed, what nation owns rights to a hermaphrodite? It's like, who owns the rights to who? In my opinion, God owns all gold and silver in the world, and that's the only money that would work. Silver has antibacterial, pathogenic properties. Gold is used in everything, and it never loses its value, and it's alchemical. It never breaks down, and it never tarnishes, and the nations are just rebelling against it. They're switching to what cannot be bought or sold. It's like only what can be controlled. It's like, I'm worried about this child because is it the person I think I knew spiritually, or is it the beast, the son of the beast? I'd like to know. And it's like, at 3 years old, when can they gain control of that poor person's body? A 3-year-old is when the child becomes accountable. It's like, who could kidnap this child? It's like, when it's born, am I killed? It's like, and then it's kidnapped and taken overseas or on a cruise ship or something, and then shows up as the false prophet, which could be Obama, could be the false prophet, and the Antichrist still could be Elaine Nye's husband from the Frontier Community Action Agency in Winnemucca, Nevada. Could be her, I don't know if she's pregnant also. Sex magic is an awful thing to think about, but it's been practiced since time immemorial. Her husband and her are probably leaving this town as soon as I'm gone. Anyway, they're leaving all 4 of their clients. I've posted a lot on my social media. If anybody says they're married to me, it's a lie, because no one is. Emmett Charm isn't married to me. An alias of Emmett Charm, who's a Native American, is not yet married to me. It's like, boy, am I being taken for a ride. And I believe that a hermaphrodite can be with a man if he has ovaries. That's my political idea. And obviously I had to have some kind of zygote, which is not male, in order to create a child. And if totally male, then birds of a feather flock together. Again, this child will have to be delivered C-section. So far, I haven't been able to prove it. Maybe I could go on ultrasound, but I think that would be sonogram ultrasound, but I think that would be dangerous for the baby. So I'd rather stick with a blood test, or if that doesn't work, then another urine test. If that doesn't work, then maybe ultrasound might be the best option to force this issue into the civil realm. I'm really not in any danger right now. It's almost as if 3 years have been cleared for me to live. But then the asteroid will happen in late 2017, November, December, January, February, March. Not after March. It's going to happen before then, because the Antichrist temple is going to come, Jewish temple is going to come down and crush the Mecca temple in Jerusalem. It's like, and there the boy Antichrist is probably going to be 10 years old, and the Antichrist father is probably going to enter in through those gates that have been sealed off where the Muslims have buried their dead. And that's the end of the 3.5 the first part of the 7-year Great Tribulation, because the first part of the 3.5 Great Tribulation starts at our election time in September, October, November, and finally Pluto moves into Capricorn for 21 years, the hour of power given to the beast system, or maybe to the Mashiachs, the Jewish leaders, people in the Bible. But at the end of the millennium, who knows where the power goes? It goes back to God the Father, who I believe to be Adam and Eve. And the Holy Spirit is what was left of the God the Father in eternity, since eternity cannot exist in our realm that we live in my experience, but I'm not a theologian. So this video went on quite a while, and I'll just get off and say that's my latest report summary. My physician, Dr. Argyle, should do a pretty good job, but I'm not married to anyone. I haven't given custodian of this to my parents, who tried to kill me also. It's like the safest place for this child probably might be with my brothers or sisters. Melody and Zach Galeen are Christians, and she's my sister, and she left Mormonism I want my dad to disavow Mormonism because it is controlled by Zeus, who is the dragon in Revelation, who oversees Islam. You see, the Islamic demon Baal is going to be replaced, the child sacrificer demon, during the last part of the 7-year Great Tribulation by the beast himself, Zeus. Whoever's working for Zeus with a body in the real world, I guess. And Mormonism's God definitely is Zeus, but the restrainer is going to be taken away from that religion. It's like there's not going to be any more Mormonism. The restrainer is the Archangel Michael, and he's battling for Mormons to convert back to Christianity, because that's my best summary, because I was a Mormon all my life and all my family have been Mormons. We go clear back before the Constitution was even conceived of, decades before the Constitution. Both sides of my family were represented here, and they all met in Utah, Provo. That's where my ancestors all originated from, Sweden and the slaveholding Kingdom of England, and America is still a slaveholder because slavery was never written out of the Constitution. Because slaves, we can be slaves if we owe money or if we commit any crimes. In the Constitution, it was never removed after the Civil War, and then after the Civil War, we were in so much debt, thanks to Thomas Jefferson, etc., for not getting rid of slavery, that our economy was sold to foreign internationals, and it's headed straight up to the beast system ownership. Who's going to do anything about it? Folks. That means we have less than 4 years before America is gone and taken over by Chinese. Biden tried to sell out our HIPAA, hospital agreements. He tried to sell out ourselves to World Health Organization a few years ago, so that we had no sovereignty over our own healthcare and injections and forced procedures, forced injections and stuff. It's like there's one person who works for the World Health Organization, a Chinese international, and they're overseen by the United Nations. And folks, 2 senators were able to stop that transaction that happened secretly that no one knew about. There was another meeting that kind of looked dissimilar, but they were talking about different things. And so who knows how that was found out about. And I would like to thank everyone on social media for using their free speech and for conveying all of these things, because time is so short. And I'd like to thank my risen Lord and Savior, Joshua the Mashiach, Joshua the Messiah, Yahuwah, the Lord, the Christ, and Yahuwah ben David and Yahuwah ben Joseph. There's a total of 3 Revelation 12 signs. One Revelation 12 sign already happened. The other one will happen at the start of, it's a Jewish holiday during Virgo the Virgin in September or October. It's like the other one will happen at the beginning, 3.5 years, and the last one will happen at the very end when the Lord returns. September 24th, 2031 is when the Lord will return. There will be a meteor shower in the Serpentines, the snake by Virgo waiting to devour the child, the dragon, Zeus, Islam, who knows, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace, and Daniel in the lion's den, don't forget about him. And after that meteor shower, the moon will become full 3 days later, and I think Joshua will never set foot in that temple because it's not a Jewish temple, no matter who made it. But of course, that's his prerogative, and that's up to him. But it had been defiled so much by the beast system, who, after the war, in the first part of the 3.5 year Great Tribulation against the Islams, it would take 7 months to bury their bodies. And obviously, the 2 prophets have been killed. That's halfway into the 3.5 year Great Tribulation. It's like, so that temple was never the Lord's. It belonged to the beast system the entire time it was there. The 2 prophets will be dead. Not Elijah, and probably Enoch, and they'll be raised at the end of the 3.5 years when the Lord returns to destroy millions of armies coming up against the Antichrist or whoever it is they're in charge of Jerusalem. So there's 2 factions, warring factions here, the beast system and Gog and Magog, and they will all be raised to life when the Lord resurrects them. And I don't think they have a chance to choose sides again. It's like either they're saved or they're not saved. I don't know. And That's what I'm wearing. My pants, because I'm pregnant, they're larger size pants. My slacks wouldn't fit me when I'm pregnant. And I don't know what to say, but don't worship me. It's like, obviously I could be turned into like an android or a false image or a false saying or belief. It's like, I am concerned about me. Don't worship my image, worship the living God. I'm only your fellow brother. But my baby's name will be John, not John the Revelator, but John the Baptist, named after John the Baptist. Wherever he is, I wish him well, and I hope he is with me. But the safest thing for the baby is just to pray. We ask a blessing on that baby, that it cannot be invaded wherever his spirit is. And I'm losing my voice in this process too. It's very sad, because I love to sing. Thank you to all my fans, and I'll keep everyone posted. Have a good day.